He that chastises his son
If you correct your son,
shall have joy in him.
you correct him, at the end when he grows up, he turns 16, 17, you would have to, you'll be able to close your eyes and trust your son. You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to pass on whatever you're feeling right now, with all that joy, you pass it on to him without any doubt.
Open eyes, taste places, do or die for creation. We on the front lines, reporting live with the dry bones. We saving lives, prophesy.
Start at 1. That's the greatest love that your father done gave you. Is what? Take you in and raise you up to be a man. A lot of our young men today, they lack in that father-son relationship, that father-son guidance. You guided them, a lot of our kids are missing that. You know, so the Most High bless you with that special gift for you to teach them these commandments, for you to repent and teach them these commandments. Read.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 30, verse 1.
Listen to what the Father said.
He that loveth his son
You love your son, Prince. He loves your father, loves you. Read.
causes him off to feel the rod.
So he disciplines you sometimes, right? He keep you straight. When your father disciplines you, that means he's showing you love. Meaning what? You're not a bastard kid. Meaning what? You're not a fatherless kid. All right, Prince? That's real love. That's what your father is giving you. So you got to thank him. You don't have to look sad. I can see in your face that you don't know my father's hard. He has to be like that because the word treat the black man and the black kids hard. So you got to be able to build up to be able to confront this world. All right? So what he's doing for you, my brother, young man, that's love. Read.
That he may have joy of him in the end.
Because once he instills these commandments in you, he's going to be joyful of the man that you will become. You'll become a decent human being in this world. All right? So that is love what your father's doing for you. Read.
He that chastises his son
If you correct your son,
shall have joy in him.
you correct him, at the end when he grows up, he turns 16, 17, you'll be able to close your eyes and trust your son. You get what I'm saying? You'll be able to pass on whatever you're building right now, with all that joy, you pass it on to him without any doubt. You get what I'm saying? Because you know that he's going to pass it on to his kid, and so forth and so on. So you chastising him, you disciplining your son, you breaking a generational curse of misguidance. Because if you don't do it, guess who's going to do it? His mother. What is mother going to do? With emotions. She's going to teach him to be an emotional young man. An emotional young man, as a black man, don't work out here. So what happens with that emotional young man? He goes to left, right? And then you see him walking around trying to belong in communities that he don't belong to. So that's a blessed, Prince, that your father chastises you and he disciplines you. Read.
And shall rejoice of him among his acquaintance.
And when you around your peoples, you can say, yo, that's my son, with all the pride. I'm telling you because I'm going through it, bro. Right now I can't say, yo, my son, he's a good student, yes, but what about the rest of the character? You know, does he got my mannerisms? Or does he, you know what I mean, he got somebody else's spirit? I have that worry. You don't have that worry. If you keep him close to the commandments, as the brother read to you before, teach him day and night, day and night. You got to come in, learn, teach him day and night, day and night. Read.
He that teaches his son, grieveth the enemy.
What are you doing?
Grieveth the enemy.
So you teaching your son these commandments, you put a stop to the bleeding of the black community, little by little. Believe it or not. It might seem as a small task, but it's a great task. That's why the fatherless come to our school. They get fathers. You got the captains, you got the deacons, you got the bishops. They are all fathers. They give us the guidance we never received.
That's right.
Well, you could do it hands-on with your own kid. You understand? And you stop the bleeding early. And guess what? You'll become a greater prophet than all of us.
Right.
Little by little. But you got to get yourself together, Joseph. Read.
And before his friends, he shall rejoice of him.
And you will be proud of that young man, Prince, until you die, and he goes on and on. Right. You'll be in your grave, you'll be good.
Though his father died, yet he is as though he were not dead.
Like I say, you pass away 50 years from now, God forbid, right? Hope you live longer. And guess what? When you pass away, it's just like if you live in sin, because your spirit is in that young man, and he will grow up to be you. So guess what you got to do, my man? What you got to do? You got to get yourself right, correct? You got to teach him the duty of a man. Let me get that in now. What's that? Duty of right? This is a duty you got to teach your man, your young man, and you got to learn it yourself. That's a duty for all of us here breathing. All the black men, Hispanic men. This is the only duty. Read.
This Ecclesiastes chapter 12, verse 13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
What is the conclusion of the whole matter? What's the bottom line, like what they say in business? Read.
Fear God.
You got to fear God, which is what? Keeping his commandments.
And keep his commandments.
And he tells you again. What?
For this is the whole duty of man.
You could be the greatest truck driver. That's not your duty. You could be the greatest manager. That's not your duty. You could be the greatest carpenter. That's not your duty. You could be the greatest cop, a cook, chef. That's not your duty. Read it again.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter.
Fear God.
Simple. Fear God.
And keep his commandments.
Keep his commandment. Why?
For this is the whole duty of man.
That's the whole purpose of being here on earth, black man, Hispanic man. It's to serve God. That is the only duty on earth. We might shoot a basketball like hell, but guess what happens? You get penalized if you mention that you want to serve God. You could be the greatest rapper, right? The richest black man on earth. And guess what? You get penalized for what? Saying that you want to keep God's commandments.
That's right.
Because they know that's the greatest duty of man. And that duty you got to teach that young man. You understand what I'm saying, Joseph? That's your whole job right now. You get yourself together, you teach that young man. And don't waste any time. You get that in Psalms 119. I made haste. 59, I believe it is.
Bring it out.
All right? That's what you're supposed to do. You can't waste time on the things and worries of the world, right? The Lord bless you with the fact that you're going to have your son 24/7. And you're going to instill certain mannerisms to him. Let that be this commandments of God, all right? Read.
Psalms chapter 119, verse 59. I thought on my ways.
I thought on my ways. So now you got to rethink everything you knew before. Egyptologists, Christianism, Buddhism, whatever you were into, Rastafari, all that, whatever you were into, I don't know. What I'm saying is, it's not worth it. Whatever it wasn't worth it, all right? Now you got to think on your ways. Read.
And turn my feet unto thy testimony.
And you're going to turn your feet into the testimony of the Lord, which is what? The commandments of God. Read.
I made haste.
And you went quickly. Quickly you got to make that move. You don't have that much time, brother. You see what happened in Barclay, right? A lot of people see that as a small task. If you see it as a small task, I mean your head is like a peanut. When was the last time you see 1,000 organized black men and Hispanic men? Right. Raise your hand. When was the last time you saw 1,000 black men organized in one area? Not one shooting, not one fight. Everything in order.
That's right.
You have not seen it because what? This is the last and greatest movement in our history.
Yes,
but all y'all are blinded.
Right.
All right? If you see that, you got to make haste to come and serve the Lord.
Nation is family. Nation is community.